Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the new review. Behind us is the new Nissan X-Trail with e-Power. It's a new system, very interesting. We're going to talk about it in the review. We're in Zurich Auto Show in Swiss again, so without further ado, let's just jump into the review. Here's the new Nissan X-Trail with the e-Power. This is the new power system. So I'm going to try to explain this really easily. So you have 1.5 petrol engine with 200 and something horsepower. I'm going to check the spec later. And you can spec either a all-wheel drive, so you have two electric motors, front and rear, or only front-wheel drive. That's the second option. So you have the petrol that's charging a battery, and you're driving on a electric drivetrain. So you're using all-wheel drive, instant torque, but petrol engine is charging the battery. So there's a converter, of course. And in real life you get around 6 liters, so you're not controlling the engine, it's controlled automatically, and it's giving it the ideal running revs and everything else, so you don't have to worry about that, and it keeps the fuel consumption on a minimum and it gives you electric feeling drive. There you go. So let's get to the details of the car. Check it out, it looks amazing. So we have here Nissan Intelligent Mobility X-Trail signature in the top, LED daytime running lights, which are really gorgeous looking. They turn into turn signals. You can also see here 3D shape of the lights. Excuse me, daytime running lights. Now on the bottom are your main lights. You have projectors, 4 of them, and you can see small details inside, quite cool looking. You have the fog lights at the bottom, air tunneling to the sides. In this case we have a nice gray metallic color and a little black metallic color, some chrome, and over here we have all around plastic protection unpainted. Over here a little bit just a smooth silver and a little chrome trim at the bottom. We have a big air intake at the bottom. Now this is in Swiss, they have small plates on the front, big air intake on the top, and well, this new Nissan badge we saw on electric Aria, so white letters and white symbol there. Of course, this is where the radar is for cruise distance, emergency braking for the pedestrian cyclists. You have the 360 camera wide lens there. Now let me back up so you can see the whole car. Looks quite masculine, powerful, and it looks quite gorgeous, to be honest. Now let's check the tires here. So as mentioned, you have arches and protection for off-roading a little bit. So these are 19-inch 235/55 R19, beautiful diamond cut silver on some sort of gray finish. We have also the new Nissan badge there, and let's get up. So this is a new interesting model. So you can see the heated windshield. Not my favorite option. I would definitely not spec that. Brown leather inside, heads-up display. Not sure if this is a speaker or air vent. We have the lane assist camera, light and rain sensor, and another sensor for the incoming traffic, so it maintains your automatic long beam. We have 8 pillars in black. Now over here we have the e-Power that I explained. You can see protection there, a little chrome at the bottom, side mirrors, turn signals, and 360 parking system wide lens camera. Blind spot warning there, nice big mirrors. They don't have the auto dimming, it appears. And a little chrome on the top, silver roof racks. Now these feel plasticky, to be honest. Sunroof tinted on the top, shark fin, and discrete spoiler extending. Now let me show you the profile of the car. There's plenty of room I can back up in this case. You can see that, so it's nice and tall, looks gorgeous. And you have tinted windows on the rear. So fenders are sticking out a little bit. They also have parking sensors all around, so really beautiful looking SUV if you ask me. So there is a real exhaust pipe on the left side. Look at this, it has this interesting additional something, not sure what that is. So over here we have this unpainted plastic. This is kind of smooth silver, gives it a little bit more elegancy, and a little bit chrome. Have the reflectors there. You can see the new LED lights, how they look. Have X-Trail inside. You have bulbs inside for the turn signals, and you have the e-4ORCE X-Trail, new Nissan badge, e-Power, and you have the backing camera, warm license plates, lights, and you press here to open. You can see stoplight is integrated there in the spoiler. Now if I back up, you can see this whole car. Opens fairly tall. I'm a 2 meter tall person, or 6.6 in feet. There you go. So you can press here to close or lock. You can adjust the height. It's plain on the top. Now we have a very spacious cargo space, very accessible. This is a 7-seater. Now, if you pull this tab, you can tilt that or put it in a more upright position. This goes up. If you see that rear seat, you have cup holders, tether points, seatbelt holders there for the rear. There's a cover you can of course use if you knock down the seats. So let me show you here. So these can tilt. So they're now in upright position. This one's tilted all the way back. Same here. Now on the right side you have a warm light and 12-volt outlet there. Tether point there. On this side it's plain, so no lights. This is flat, so this is also good when you're camping, you're covered. If it's raining, it can change. And over here you have a small space here. You can see that. I'll take it out. Now, you can see that seats could knock down 60-40. And I believe you can knock down the middle part. There are ISOFIX point there, and latch points all 4 sides that I've showed you. Now, let's close it up. Close is nice and soft, not too loud. Little thumbnail there. Okay, so you can see here recommended petrol 95. Gorgeous alloys, I gotta add. Now let's get to the other side of the vehicle and get inside. So good closing and opening sound. Wow, look at this. The doors open so wide. This is unbelievable. This is almost like 90 degrees. Look at this. Freaking amazing. Same as the Qashqai there. Also e-Power, so you can choose that as well. Now, let's continue on. Look at this. Seals are okay. Now this is hard plastic, but because you have this, so you can have some shade. It's practical if you have kids. Roman 5 here means this is a factory tint, so actually you can't see it that much. There you go. And nice big handles. Now this is softly padded. This is softly padded, so it feels good, robust. Power windows, leather here, and then hard plastic at the bottom. You have decent cup, not a cup holder, but a bottle area, and a speaker. So the doors go all the way down. So that's a good thing when you're cleaning your car. There won't be water residue too much on the step there, and you can press down here to lock from the inside if you have kids that are still small and you don't want them to exit because they're uncautious. Now over here you can see foot room. There's this little tab, so you can push this up and slide back and forward the whole bench, or you can press this to knock down the seat. So you can see how this looks, very spacious. And I can, at the moment, now you have this seatbelt holder here as well. Now at the moment, you're gonna lock in, so you have to use this to push this, and at the moment it's hard to slide them. I'm gonna do that when I sit down. You can see leather seats perforated, have the ISO fixed points there, and look at this hex, so it looks premium as well. Jumping inside now, actually this is not so deep. It's almost like electric cars. You're in a squat position. Look at this. So there should be a battery, smaller one, underneath. Okay, feet room. This is in a low position. There's nice pockets here. This is all leather, and well, there are some lights. So someone unfortunately closed the shade. We don't have the key. I'm sorry. So there'll be more light. You can see air vents there, and you can see climate control options, heated seats, and USB A and C. Excuse me, this was C, this was A. So that's practical for the transition time. Really wide transmission tunnel, not too tall. And then you can see here I can slide back and forward. I can almost go all the way to the front seats. Probably it's possible, but of course my feet are in the way. And looking here, so we have nice big tall windows, one in the C-pillar. There's a little blind spot there, but I think from the driver perspective, if you turn, you can see, so it's not an issue. Big overview in the rear. There are rear lights there as well. You have all four sides slowly closing handles, and on the rear you have hooks. There are little lights here, not a touch light. There's a button there, but the doors are open. Let's hear the closing sound. Excellent, so it's quite good. You can adjust the seat belt there. No hooks here, but there is one on the handle. And checking height. So 2-meter tall person, and I can straighten up my back and my neck. I have plenty of knee room, so this is really practical SUV for a tall person. It's very comfortable here. Now I'm in the most backed position, so let me find that little strap there. If I can find it. It's actually not that reachable when you're sitting. So, okay, this would be a problem, but yeah, touching, but this way it's okay. Look at the front. It's really beautiful. So let's get on the front, where you're gonna spend most of your time if you buy the car. So driver and has the physical cylinder if you deplete your 12-volt battery, and over here you can press to lock or unlock from the inside. So really good opening and closing sound. Also front doors open wide, not as wide as the rear ones, but fairly wide. Now this is all padded, but slightly. This is a little bit better. You have ambient lights here, nice big handles, memory seats, 2 positions. This is nice and soft, and you have here, you can lock the rear. You have all automatic power windows. You can fold the mirrors there. You can adjust them electronically, no heated option unfortunately, and you can lock or unlock from the inside. Now this is all hard plastic at the bottom, big speaker there, and decent bottle area, all plastic. Now we have here a plastic step. There is your tire pressure information here, pause and read. And your original X-Trail carpets, automatic pedals there. Back and forward. Knee area up and down. Whole seat up and down. And over here, tilt of the seats. Of course, lumbar support, quite important if you're a tall person. And decent bolsters, bigger on the top. Again, beautiful leather perforated, has this hex design and comfy headrests. Now there is a little space here, so you can probably see it better from this angle. Now steering column is adjusted manually. You can see the top there, and over here we have the brightness of the digital cockpit and infotainment. You can open or close the rear from the driver position, lane assist and cockpit heads-up display options. There's like a little plastic here that imitates wood, air vents. Now let's jump inside and let's see here. Switching to wide lens. Now you have really nice big mirrors, and I love the fact you have physical controls. So let me just see if I can press it to start on. You have easy entry, so it kind of remembers your position there. And voila, so everything looks beautiful. But I'm gonna turn it off, just come back to the details inside. Now checking the steering wheel, ooh, really smooth leather, flat bottom. Doesn't look like a sports steering wheel, but it's nice. You have the new Nissan badge. I know there's a lot of light, so you can see that. And we have nice physical buttons, volume, display options there, cruise control options, voice commands, phone calls, distance, safeties, and speed limiter there. Your wiper controls, light controls, keep your lights on automatic. This is just for a car show. And let's see here, this is padded slightly. This is nice and soft. You have a speaker there, it's shown. Actually, yeah, it looks like a speaker. And there's Bose speakers there. Have the heads-up display, we're gonna turn in a moment. So brown and black leather. This is also nice, softly padded, but this is imitation of wood. It's not actual wood. Over here, let's see. Slowly opening plastic key. There's a light there, so good room. And we have a display on the top that didn't turn off, but you can see that. Now we have here day and night mode. It's cool. Shortcut button, volume options. Now you can turn it off by pressing that. You have an ambient light underneath it. Skip pages, and beautiful leather there. You have hazards button, AC vents, AC controls, nice physical, and you have heated. Okay, so I'm gonna turn this on in a moment. Start, stop, USB-C and A. Again, excellent for the transition area. 12 outlets. This is nicely rubberized. QI charging. There's a little light there when it's charging. And you have the EV mode, driving fully electric. E-pedal kind of recuperates, and then you have the self-parking there button. You have here a little press to move back and forward. B to park, so reverse neutral drive, and B for recuperation. Maybe the e-pedal is done something else. I've kind of assumed there. Looks like you have a light, like an ambient light around this. And here you have electronic parking brake and auto hold. And cup holders. This is rubber mat, not adjustable. And I like the fact that this is not piano black, but also not the greatest. Here you have I guess your terrain options. I'm gonna turn that also in, open here. So yeah, over here, well, let's share some light inside. So you have a little area, maybe you can flip some points here. There's a little carpet there, so it's plain, but it's very spacious. And yeah, it's semi-soft, a little bit hard. Seats are nice and wide and big, so they look comfy. And you have the driver's side memory positions, and you can also lock, unlock. So there you go. Now moving to the top, you have good overview on the rear. Have the auto dimming, airbag information at the top. You have compartment for the glasses, sunglasses, or perhaps, and there's a little cloth inside, like a little carpet. You have the lights warm, you can turn off when the doors are open or on. This turns all the lights inside. You have the emergency button here. You had a little cover first. Now, the roof is not opening, it needs a key and a shade. And over here you have a really massive, look at this, big cover for sun, because you have really tall windows. You have a documents holder, you have a privacy mirror, kind of small. They can put it a little bit bigger one like here. And when you open this, then the light comes on. It's consistent with the interior, warm. And over here, so this is quite big, but this is not covered, so no, it does not extend. There is like a little mic there. Oops. And yeah, front headspace, of course, always on the front. There's plenty of it. And now let's turn on electronics. So battery management. So this is on a demo display mode. There's all sorts of errors you're gonna get, but this is just a demo. Okay, to show you the head-up display, you can see it there. It's quite okay. And over here we have this nice big screen, low fuel, okay. So we have here information here. You can see energy flow. Now the screen looks, the colors look better, but there's so much light, so the camera's fighting with automatic ISO. There's a petrol engine charging the battery, and then battery is transmission to the wheels, so you have electric driving feeling, as I've explained. So over here you have two of these tire pressure options as well, and so you control all of this for these. You have here compass, you have FM radio, so you can switch through radio stations. You have blind spot, lane speed limits, so lane warning on, intervention mild. So I'm not gonna go through these, or maybe I will. So you can see that. And over here you have warnings. So there's quite a lot of them. They're all tied to the full battery. So when it's low or not charging, the car freaks out. And here ESP settings. So in Nissan, you can control all the assists through the digital cockpit, which is not how others do it, but it isn't that bad. So there's so many options here. You can see brake lamp. Oh, okay. Yeah. Navigation, trip, so you can customize the bubbles. What do you want to see? And head-up display, brightness, height, rotation, content selection, so you can see all of that. And you can reset it there. Eco settings. There for that. So you can see history 6.6 tire pressure. Now I haven't driven the car, but my colleague did, and he said that the consumption he got, so it's for this size of an SUV, quite good. Okay, there's so many options here. I'm not gonna go through all of them. Just gonna go here. Cruise, home, audio, traffic sign, navigation, compass, energy flow, tire pressure, eco fuel consumption, driving computer, blank. Yeah, you can choose so many options here. So unit language, factory set. So basically, as mentioned, you can control a lot of things from the display here. You can see consumption, tire pressure, navigation. So that brings us back. Here's the home menu. Moving through the screen here now, this is the day mode. I'm going to switch to the night mode. It's just more practical for the camera and your eyes. Now, you can press here and brings it full screen. The navigation is quite responsive. They finally, you know, probably add a new processor that's faster, and you have finally a very decent navigation there. I'm not going to go through details through the navigation for this video, not to be too long. So you have here shortcuts. You can add devices, connect via Bluetooth. You have the FM radio. Let's hear some music. Actually, you can use this one, so I cannot play it for too long not to get a copyright strike. You can press here to mute and then hold if you want to, I think, like turn off the infotainment when the car ignition is not on. There are pages here. You can see little dots here, so you can have users if it's a family or company car, weather information, Alex, all apps, connections. So if you have a smartphone, probably, and over here Nissan Connect services, clock, and you can add. Oops. Okay. So you can customize here all the settings, as you can see. And then over here I already added that, but okay, yes. Let's have, so if you go here, you can see audio, phone. There's like more options: phone, map, weather, profiles, and so on. But we're not gonna go set up those. You can play with that when you buy the car. There's like a little wheel there, so connections, system updates, version information, software updates, map updates. So finally you have over-the-air updates. I can zoom that. Sound and tone, custom menus, so custom home, audio source, just plenty of options there. And when you go to, you can see that, so there's like all settings, brings you back. Sound, you can adjust all of that like in most cars. Volume beeps, so you can play with the sounds you hear, and there's lists of a lot of things. And the car's warning us it's gonna turn off the power. Parking camera, let's just see the cameras here. Display settings, you see the cameras. So okay, resolution seems screen resolution is awesome, but the cameras are still blurry slightly. So yeah, there's so many options here. I'm not gonna go through detail through this. And you have shortcuts here, notifications, and system updates, and so on, and the navigation, and home. So yeah, quite basic, but looking good. I like the fact that we have all these physical controls. So I thought the AC would turn on. There we go. So yeah, you can see it. I thought there was a my screen froze. You have the heated seats, they're not turning on. Demo, heated steering wheel, rear climate, I guess. Yeah, you can see it in smaller display there. And automatic, on or off. AC on or off. Sync, so it's a dual zone. And as you can see here, and you can close the air circulation, maximum, this is maximum blow. This is rear defrost and front defrost. For the passenger, heated there, fan speed, air direction, and so on. So really impressed with the new X-Trail. It's very comfortable and spacious SUV. Now, let's pop the bonnet. And I'm gonna leave this on for the lights. So let's get the front. So above the badge, push to the left. That's the mechanism, push to the left. And over here you can see the Nissan e-Power. So once again, that is the petrol engine, huge turbo intake, and I think at least, and that's your two coolants. Great thing is your washer fluid there, and you have to use the little leg. If you want to fold the bonnet up, has the sound insulation. Let's drop it, closes perfectly. So let's check the spec, and then we're gonna show you the lights. So again, we're in Switzerland, in Zurich. So Nissan X-Trail e-Power. This is technically already 2023 because it's end of the year. So I think it's all-wheel drive here. This is in Dutch. 157 kilowatts or 214 horsepower. I guess this is the weight. Average fuel consumption is 6.7. So you can see in real life it's pretty accurate. And we have here, so you can see all of that. This is in Dutch, so yeah. And yeah, I guess this is the standard equipment. There is metallic option in the Swiss francs, 900. So this base price is almost 59,000 Swiss francs, and then there's another option here around 1,000, almost 2,000, and so this is your final price, I guess, or maybe this might be a car show price, but this is the full price, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. E-4ORCE, so all-wheel drive. You can also, as mentioned, spec a only front-wheel drive. I'm gonna leave in the video link to technical details. So let's turn on the lights to show you, of course, here, and I'm gonna turn on the fog lights front and rear and hazard lights so you can see all. And there's an ambient light here that I didn't notice before, so you can see that it looks also cool. Let's get on the rear first, and so you have one fog light on the rear. On the left, we have bulb turn signals. I wish they could have used LED. You can see those as well. And you can see that the front daytime running lights turn into turn signals, as I've mentioned, and you have those LED lights, and you can see the fog lights. So I'm gonna come back to that a little bit later, turn it off, but just to show you, same model, X-Trail, different colors. So this one is some sort of like, not a gold color, but like brownish, same interior. So just a little walk around. This was the launch color, so I've decided to show you the gray model instead. But it has the same exterior interior, so those are your options. And you can see different design on alloys. These are also quite nice looking. So everyone, thank you for watching. Be a cool person, smash the like button in the video. Type your comments below how do you like the new X-Trail and the e-Power system. And if you want to see more from Zurich Auto Show, subscribe to this channel and click the bell to get notified when I upload more videos. I'm going to see you in the next one. Bye.